Morning came early here at the 100-mile view, and what a sight to wake up to. The valley was covered in mist, the air was crisp, and the sunrise painted the hills in gold. It's day 2, and after a night full of laughs, stories, and a little unexpected adventure, we are ready to explore more of this incredible place. So, guys, I know a lot of you guys that do hike or camp during the winter know about the water bottle trick, but I want to show you guys something just because I feel it's pretty important. This is what happened last night to my water bottle. So it is an off-brand Zach water bottle from Walmart, I believe. Put my water in it, put a little bit of cool water in because I always do. Put it in my booties, so my shoes and my booties that I wear to sleep at night, my feet would be nice and warm. I went in, and this is what I found in my water bottle. So again, buy quality Nalgene, guys. Buy a quality Nalgene. So you don't do this. This could have been very bad. Had we been out somewhere and this bottle ruptured, my tent would have been wet. Potential for freezing weather at nighttime. This could have been very bad. So just a PSA, and let's get back to having some fun. Last night, before turning in for bed, I decided to use one of my old winter camping tricks, filling a bottle with hot water and tucking it into my sleep system to stay warm. Normally I use a real Nalgene, but this time I grabbed the Zach knockoff I had laying around. Big mistake. As soon as the hot water went in, the bottle started to soften, almost to the point of bursting. If it had failed, that boiling water could have leaked all over my gear, soaking my improved combat shelter, my modular sleep system, my Teton pillow, and my inflatable pad I've been testing out. With temps dropping into the mid to high 30s, that would have been a trip ender. So here's your quick public service announcement. When you're using the hot water bottle in your bag trick, only use a real Nalgene, or something rated for boiling temps. The cheaper knockoffs might look the same, but they're not built to handle that kind of heat. Thankfully, the bottle held, just barely, and it turned into a pretty good laugh in the morning. But there's a reminder that even the smallest gear choice can make or break a trip. After breakfast, we spent some time walking the property and checking out the other campsites here at 100-mile view. Each site has its own charm, from secluded wooded spots to open clearings with stunning panoramic views. You can tell the owner put a lot of thought into how this land was laid out. It's peaceful, clean, and the views stretch for miles in every direction. As we explored, we found trails winding through the woods and ridge lines that opened up into new angles of incredible landscape. It's one of those places where you could easily spend a few days and still feel like you're discovering something new. Hey guys, welcome back to I'm Not Lost, I'm Exploring. Day 2 of our camping adventure with Too Much Gear Guy. I'll put a link to his page down below, and hopefully we'll do a little bit of an interview with him later on this afternoon. We're up here at the 100-mile view in Jim Thorpe, and the view is spectacular up here, especially at nighttime. I do have a few shorts in my on my channel. Sorry guys. I do have a few shorts on my channel with regards to this sunset view. It's absolutely beautiful at sunset, and actually very beautiful at sunrise as well. Alright, so there's several trails up here. I'm going to try to explore a few of them. Actually looking for one site in particular. But all the sites here are pretty decent size. The site we're staying at is 8. So we're going to explore the mountainside a little bit here and see what we can find. And in the meantime, I'll take you guys and show you the sites that are open. I'll let you know what numbers they are as I head my way over toward the trail system that I'm looking for. Alright, so I'll walk you around site 10 just because it's open.
And it's a beautiful, very good site. Every site here has a really nice view. Not all of them are up on the ridge line. Some of them are set back a little bit. The one we are in is set back a little bit. This is site 10. So every site up here comes with a picnic table, water for your fire, it's not drinking water, and a fire pit, and plenty of room. And the next site you guys can see is quite a bit away. And most of the sites here have trees between them from what I've seen so far. So this is a fairly larger campground for this area, and the only one I know of in this area that has that view. So it's pretty spectacular just to wake up and get to see that in the morning. So we're gonna head down this way. Sites 12 to 19 and 12 to 40, and we're gonna head toward 12 to 40. So you'll see these little signs as we pass through. And we're gonna head to 20 to 40, and then we'll backtrack and check out 12 and 19 on the way through. So it gives us a nice little chance to get out on a hike and get some video in and check out the mountain. Actually, you know what? We're gonna check out 12 to 19 first, and then we'll head over. How's that sound? As you guys can see, the view for most of these sites is fairly impressive. This is site 14. Again, fire pit, picnic table. And then this one is a little closer than the rest. I'm not sure, this might be even part of the same site. Look at this view. This is site 15. Sites 16, 17, 18, and 19. I think we're going to see if there's a trail that takes us up on the other side. You guys can see there's one other person camping here today on this side. I still can't get over that view. So it is quite windy up here. Sometimes it's actually taking my breath away. I'm trying to find the path to take us over to the other one instead of going on the road. There is paths that lead all the way down to Mock Chunk Lake from here. So if you're looking for a good hiking option and a camping option other than staying at the lake, or if the lake happens to be closed for whatever reason, you can camp up here and be able to hike those trails down as well. Some of them are on all trails, or you can speak to the owner when you come up here because he will greet you at your site. Very nice gentleman. It was very nice to meet him. He's the one that told me about the trail system. Of course I had to ask, so so I'm looking forward to that. The trail coming off of site 19 brings you up to this road as well, or you can just stay on the road and walk the road if you would prefer. You guys know how I feel about the road walks. This is a beautiful one either way, especially this time of year. I'm having a little trouble with my asthma, so please forgive me. I'm really out of breath today. I don't know if it's the cold, it's just triggering something, or if I'm getting sick. Alright, so we're heading toward the site that I was looking for. Looks like several other people up here. So this is the view on the north side of the mountain. Not quite as spectacular as the other side, but equally beautiful, I would say. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. So just to show you guys some of the sights on the other side of the mountain here. This is 33, and your fire pit is actually there. It sounds like we have a helicopter coming over the mountain. So I'm not sure if these sites are finished yet, or if this is still in work in progress. All the other ones have like a gravel road. Site 34. See the helicopter up there? Alright, so that may be it on this side. They are developing quite a bit up here. It looks like it's going to be very wide open view to the south, or sorry, to the north here. Actually, up on top of that mountain is the switchback trail, and that takes you down. That'll give you a beautiful view over Jim Thorpe. Absolutely beautiful view, and a beautiful view from Mount Pisgah. I have a video on that as well. I actually hiked with Simply Explo Venturing. Me and Lewis hiked that section of the switchback trail. So if you guys get a chance, check that video out. I'll put that in the playlist as well, so you guys can see those videos. It's a really beautiful area. Fall here in Pennsylvania is absolutely amazing. But I think we're just after peak. You can see quite a few of the trees with the wind we've had in this area has pretty much wiped out the foliage from the trees. And there is some spots like right here where it's still really nice. We'll try and cut through there and go over and see if we can find site 40. This one looks like it's just on the road. I really like these rustic campfire sites. So if you guys are looking for a dispersed camping similar experience, this is probably as close as you're going to get and still have a restroom. They do have porta potties all over, spread through all of the campground, and they are exceptionally clean, at least on the Thursday and Friday that we've been here so far. So we'll see how they are after today, but I'm expecting it to get much cloudier. Can't talk today. Much more crowded as the day goes on. So we'll see, I guess. Alright, so we are looking for site 40, which I believe is straight ahead of us. And then we're going to go back and look for one that the owner told me about that I'm looking forward to getting up here with. Jason, Too Much Gear Guy, booked the site up here for 2 days for us to come up. We've been kind of trying to work together to find a place where we can meet kind of halfway, and this time of year apparently is incredibly tough. Everywhere I looked it was booked or reserved, and some of them require you to book 2 days, and there just wasn't anything open for those days or our availability. So he managed to find this, I believe, on Hip Camp. Again, Jason's link will be down below. Too Much Gear Guy, all one word. I want you guys to check him out, say hi. He does some incredible reviews. He actually just hiked Kilimanjaro not long ago, and I'm hoping to get to talk to him about that. Oh, this is a great site. Site 40 is definitely a win, guys. Yep, you gotta check this one out. Yeah, site 40 is definitely a nice site. It's kind of set back from all the other ones, but the view, just the view, guys. I haven't seen a campsite up here that doesn't have a fantastic view. 100-mile view, it goes with the name, I guess, huh? Here's probably the trail that they were talking about. So it does go deep into the woods, so I'm gonna skip out and going back this way. But it also runs through some of the campsites, or through some of the campgrounds. So we'll go down that road and check that out. It's hunting season, so I don't have none of my orange on because I kind of planned on just hanging around the campsite and checking it out. But once I saw how beautiful this place was, I really wanted to share it with you guys. Alright, so there are several trails here you can follow. I've been on one for a few minutes now. It does flow back toward Moktonk Lake, so that would be a good one to follow if you're wearing your orange. I'm not today, so we won't be doing that. But there are several trails. I've kind of been wandering around the trail system here that you can follow in and out and around the campsite here, including the camp roads. So I'm going to continue to do that. I'm kind of all by myself right now. So it's a very pretty area, very beautiful. The leaves change, it's a nice October brisk air blowing by. One of those days, just got to be thankful to be out. Anyway, we just came off the trail. I just want to show real quick. And there's a bathroom right there. They are all over the place, so you're not looking very far from your campsite to find a place to use the restroom, which is fantastic. I'm back on a campsite road. Actually met up with that trail, so we're following that out now. Following that back toward our campsite, and I'll definitely be up here again in the near future to check out this area. Speaking with the owner, he actually did mention there is a trail system across the road that we can go and use too, as well. That is his property also. So look for that video, probably in the next coming week after this one. I'll get down here and I'll check that out for you guys, and I'll bring you guys along. And I hope you enjoy this little video and our camp here at the 100 Mile View in Thorpe, Pennsylvania. Oh, I just wanted to express my gratitude again to you guys. We hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, and then $9.99, and then the 1,003 subscriber mark, and then $9.99. So it does keep bouncing up and down. We do have a little bit further to reach our goal of watch hours. So if you guys can throw a video on, watch it when you're doing the dishes or making dinner, I'd really appreciate that, and it helps out our channel. So we can bring more content, and so we can go to some more cool places. Hopefully, maybe not this year, possibly next year, we'll be looking into getting out of state more than we have in this year, in this video series or season. I don't know how do we break this up. Okay, so I'm gonna make my way over to the sites that are kind of up on top of a bald area. The view from that spot is just incredible. The view from that area is incredible. Don't know how it would be camping there in the winter time. You're gonna be full wind. Summer, you're gonna be full sun. But the fall and the spring are probably magnificent times to camp here up in that spot. The nice thing about those spots though is at night you have a wide open view of the sky, unobstructed both sides of the mountain, and it is very beautiful. I'll try to get a little bit of. So campsite 3 and 4 are on this little peninsula here. That's 4, and that's 3. They got a bathroom very close by to those, and then the rest of them come up on top of this hill a little bit. This is my favorite view. This is the one that I know from coming up here the most. So I'll share that with you guys in a second. And then there's a site right here. I believe it's 2. Yep, 2. And then several of them up here. So I'll show you guys this shot from a couple different angles. Here's the Jim Thorpe train, the Lehigh Valley Scenic Railroad. The numbers jump. I'm not sure if I'm missing some of them or not, but we're up to 87 here. And these sites are kind of right next to each other. So you actually park behind them and then walk into them. And you guys can see the view from up here. It's just amazing, no matter what site you take. They're all very nice. We're gonna go all the way out to the end. All the way out to the end and check out that one. So we got another 4 sites right here. And this one down here in the corner is the one I've been curious about. So you guys can see that lake way out in the distance. That's Beltsville. If you look way out there, you can see Wind Gap and Delaware Water Gap. Right down there, that split, that's the Lehigh Gap. And the Appalachian Trail runs all along that mountain. So 79. This is the view from 79. Behind the scenes footage of the big guy playing with his toys.
See what a rocket does.
What is that? The DJI?
Yeah, DJI Neo.
Neo. I use the Hover Air.
I also want to take a minute to say thank you to my buddy Jason, or as most of you know him, Too Much Gear Guy. This trip wouldn't have been the same without him. He's one of those people who not only is fun to camp with, but is also incredibly knowledgeable, always sharing solid advice, clever tricks, and stories from his adventures. And he's got a ton of experience, including climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. How wild is that? Hopefully I can talk him into sharing that story with all of you in a future video, because I know it's one worth hearing. In the meantime, go check out Too Much Gear Guy's channel to see the setup and gear he brought on this trip, and maybe even some of the gear he used on Kilimanjaro. He's got some great insights and always keeps it real.
Chicken and dumpling soup. Alright, we'll do a quick setup view here. So this is the ICS. You guys can see I have it guide out. I'm not sure. I didn't really have a place to guide these out. I would have liked to. Unfortunately, this is all rock and I had a hard enough time getting these in. So you guys have seen this in a prior video. If not, I'll show you again real quick. So again, this is the improved combat shelter. So we are in a cold weather environment now. It's late fall. Leaves are peaking. The nights are dropping down into the high 30-degree temperatures. So I opted to use the ICS just because it's quick and portable. So inside my ICS, I have just an inflatable pad that does not have an R rating. It's not needed for what I have. It just wanted to get me off the ground. And my MSS patrol bag and intermediate bag. And inside here I have my tea pillow, but I have it in the hood of my MSS. And then behind that, inside the stuff sack, I have a fleece liner, which can go in there and get me down into that much deeper temperatures, temperature-wise. I'm not going to see anywhere near the low temperature that this bag is compatible down to. But it was a great test to get out and see, standalone how it would do. And honestly, it was fantastic. I actually had to pull a leg out last night and undo the zipper because it was too warm for the environment we're in right now. So yeah, just a quick tour of my tent, my setup. Again, very basic setup, but very quick to set up.
trying to get down that lightweight path and be quicker with stuff. So this was one of those quick ways. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. It's raining right through there. You can see that big cloud right directly below that big gray cloud. You can see it raining all the way through the valley. Well, that's going to wrap up day 2 from our stay here at the 100 Mile View. And what a trip it's been, from the close call with that knockoff Nalgene, to the views, the laughs, and everything in between. This one had it all. Huge thanks to Too Much Gear Guy for joining me out here. Go check out his channel and see the gear he's been testing, including the stuff he used while climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. We've got more adventures coming soon, new locations, new gear, and some familiar faces returning to the trail. So if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe to join the journey. And until next time, I'm not lost, I'm exploring.